Hello everyone and welcome back. Step into the gripping tale of Brittanee Drexel, a 17-year-old girl captured by a surveillance camera as she innocently exits a Myrtle Beach hotel during her spring break in 2009. Little did anyone suspect that this would be the last sighting of Brittanee before she vanished without a trace. For over a decade, the search for her led investigators down twisted paths of false confessions and dead ends. As time passed, the theories grew wilder and more complex, until, after 13 years, the unimaginable truth emerged. The culprit had been hiding in plain sight all along, leaving a trail of heartbreak and shattered lives. It is the case of Brittanee Drexel. Let's start our journey back to April 25, 2009, when a restless spirit named Brittanee Drexel ventured over 800 miles from her Rochester, New York home to the vibrant shores of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. With a web of deception woven around her, she concealed her true whereabouts and companions from her unsuspecting parents. But when her boyfriend, John Greco, failed to receive any response from her, panic ensued, launching a frantic investigation that would leave no stone unturned. Detectives immersed themselves in a sea of surveillance footage and witness testimonies, desperate to trace the footsteps of the enigmatic 17-year-old. The last sighting of Brittanee led them to a neighboring hotel, where she had rendezvoused with a group of newfound friends. However, tension soared when an argument erupted over borrowed shorts, causing Brittanee to storm out, her emotions etched upon her face. As the surveillance cameras followed her, Brittanee's journey unfolded, her path taking her back to the Bar Harbor Hotel along North Ocean Boulevard. Text messages chronicled the fallout from the disagreement until an eerie silence engulfed her replies. It was later discovered that her phone had pinged along Route 17, journeying into the murky boundaries between Georgetown County and Charleston County before abruptly halting in a swampy expanse near the Santee River. News of Brittanee's disappearance rippled across the globe, captivating hearts far and wide. Desperate to find her daughter, Dawn Drexel, Brittanee's mother, ventured to the area, tirelessly posting flyers and seeking solace from strangers who might hold a clue. But the days turned into weeks, and the leads ran dry, leaving a void of answers and a shattered sense of hope. Amidst the vacuum of information, baseless accusations fell upon Brittanee's travel companions, their lives consumed by suspicion. Meanwhile, her own mental state faced scrutiny, exacerbated by her history of depression, disclosed by her adoptive father. Doubts arose. Did she truly run away, seeking an escape from her tumultuous circumstances? Yet the truth continued to elude investigators, leaving the case to grow cold, but they never forgot. With vigilant eyes, they remained open, yearning for the slightest shred of evidence to pierce the veil of mystery. And then, 6 long years after Brittanee's disappearance, a flicker of hope emerged. A solitary informant, serving a 25-year sentence for manslaughter, approached the FBI with a chilling revelation. Within the dark recesses of a gang stash house, he claimed to have witnessed the unspeakable fate that befell Brittanee Drexel. The walls trembled as he unveiled a horrifying account. Brittanee had endured unimaginable sexual abuse before meeting a tragic end. Shot and silenced forever, her lifeless body met a gruesome fate, devoured by the insatiable jaws of alligators in a nearby marsh. Although the search for her remains yielded no results, the meticulous nature of the informant's account gave authorities pause. The alligator-infested ponds were combed through, inch by inch, as investigators grappled with the magnitude of the horrifying truth that could no longer be ignored. The news of Brittanee Drexel's remains being discovered sent shockwaves through the community and reinvigorated the investigation into her disappearance. The revelation that Raymond Moody, a convicted child sex offender, was responsible for her abduction and murder only deepened the sense of outrage and sorrow. As the case unfolded, the focus of law enforcement shifted from Timothy Deshawn Taylor to Moody. The police and FBI intensified their efforts to gather evidence and build a solid case against him. Moody's criminal history, including the 2005 disappearance of Crystal Souls, made him a prime suspect in Brittanee's case. Detectives dug deeper into his past and discovered a pattern of suspicious behavior since his release from prison in 2004. One of the crucial developments in the investigation came from Moody's girlfriend, Angel. She had long harbored suspicions about his involvement in Brittanee's disappearance and shared her concerns with investigators. Angel's willingness to cooperate and provide crucial information led to intense scrutiny of Moody's actions on the night of April 25, 2009. During an interview with law enforcement, Angel revealed that Moody had returned home that night with scratches on his face. This detail corroborated Moody's confession and further implicated him in the crime. Detectives also uncovered evidence suggesting that Angel's phone and credit card were in the North Myrtle Beach area around the time of Brittanee's disappearance. This revelation prompted investigators to delve deeper into Moody's movements and activities during that period. In an unexpected turn of events, Moody agreed to give a full confession. On May 4th, 2022, he sat down with investigators and disclosed the horrifying details of Brittanee's final moments. Moody described how he encountered Brittanee walking along Ocean Boulevard and offered her a ride. They engaged in small talk and smoked marijuana together before he suggested getting cocaine. Moody lured her to a secluded spot near a river in Georgetown, where he sexually assaulted and ultimately strangled her. Moody's confession led investigators to the location where he claimed to have buried Brittanee's body. With his guidance, law enforcement meticulously searched the area, ultimately unearthing the remains that belonged to the missing teenager. The discovery brought closure to Brittanee's family, who had been desperately searching for answers for over a decade. Following his confession, Moody sat down with investigators and his lawyer to provide a comprehensive statement recounting the events leading up to and following Brittanee's murder. Authorities questioned him about the specifics of the crime, including how he strangled her and what he did with her belongings. Moody's detailed account provided valuable insights into the brutal nature of the crime and his callous disregard for human life. In a separate interview, Angel, under the protection of a proffer agreement, revised her initial account to align with Moody's confession. She acknowledged being with him that night and confirmed their journey to the beach, smoking marijuana, and eventually returning home. Angel's willingness to cooperate and amend her statement further solidified the case against Moody. The devastating news of Brittanee's death reached her family on May 11, 2022. The authorities confirmed the identity of the remains, bringing a sense of finality to the long and painful search for their daughter. Georgetown County Sheriff Carter Weaver held a press conference where he announced the recovery of Brittanee Drexel's remains and the arrest of Raymond Moody on charges of murder, kidnapping, and criminal sexual conduct. The community mourned the loss of Brittanee Drexel, a vibrant young woman whose life was tragically cut short. The case served as a reminder of the dangers lurking in society and the importance of remaining vigilant. It also highlighted the tireless efforts of law enforcement and their commitment to seeking justice for victims and their families. The trial against Raymond Moody was closely watched by the public, eager to see justice served. The prosecution presented a wealth of evidence, including Moody's confession, physical evidence linking him to the crime, and witness testimonies. Moody's defense team attempted to cast doubt on the reliability of his confession, questioning the circumstances under which it was obtained. However, the overwhelming evidence presented by the prosecution swayed the jury, and on January 27, 2023, Raymond Moody was found guilty on all charges. In the aftermath of the trial, Brittanee's family established the Brittanee Drexel Foundation, an organization dedicated to raising awareness about missing persons cases and providing support to families in similar situations. They turned their grief into a mission to prevent other families from enduring the same anguish they experienced. Brittanee's story remains a tragic chapter in the history of Myrtle Beach, a reminder of the dangers that exist and the need for constant vigilance. While justice was served in her case, the scars left by her untimely death will forever impact those who loved her. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, take care of yourself, look after each other, and stay safe.